Tell me how I saw a clip of you that you were in the BIS. What does that stand for? What happened in that? Like, tell me your journey. What's going on?
So BIS stands for B-Boy in Shanghai. If I'm not wrong, I think it's I think it's B-Boy in Shanghai or Battle in Shanghai, one of the two.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a crazy story because, you know, I got called to be a part of that competition probably 2 weeks out from the actual competition. And it was very last minute. I was about to go to sleep. I jumped on a phone call with a really close friend of mine, B-Boy Pake. He's a world-renowned champion. And I told him, I was like, man, I really want to go to China. I really want to expand my career internationally. And his words exact were, you want to go to China? Okay. Hangs up the phone, calls me back in 5 minutes. He goes, you go China. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you're going to go to China. He's like, I have somebody who's going to contact you. Just be patient. The next day, man, I got contacted by Danny, MZK. He runs the whole production with Skechers and a couple other minor sponsors. And it's a competition for $20,000 US. All right. So you already know that the best of the best are going to be there. Within that lineup, there was about four to five sponsored athletes. There was an Olympian, a gold Olympian champion.
Saw that.
And there's just the best of the best. Champions breaking is beautiful because there's a champion every weekend, you know? The opportunity is there for that to be able to happen. And then, you know, here comes Zeku, you know, nationally very known, known internationally, but
local.
Yeah, but more from an inspirational standpoint, not from a competitive standpoint. And, you know, I was the last draw for sure. And the reason why that competition was so special was because, man, I had $20 in my pocket.
Yeah, tell me about that story.
I had $20, dude. I had $20, and I needed to get a passport because my passport had expired. I didn't have a Chinese visa. I didn't have nothing because I'm the type of person that when I have a certain amount of money, you know, money that's not moving is not growing. So whenever I get money, I put it into something, you know, so it can invest and double. And, you know, you might lose some, you might gain some.
Breaking business.
Yeah, so I was at a point where I had put up a lot of money and I didn't have any money. So I actually had to borrow, I think, like $400 to get my visa. I had to borrow another $300 to get my passport. And I had to borrow $100 to just go on the trip. Mind you, this is, you know, life or death. Like, if you don't win, like, the next day you're probably not going to eat, you know? And I'm the type of person that I don't preach that, but sometimes it happens, and that's part of business. That's part of life. You got to take the risk, you know? You got to take the risk or lose the chance. Like, you know, these posters were strategically hand-picked because these are things that we go through, you know? And, man, I get to China, and I'm really focused. You know, I'm not the type of person to go sightseeing and none of that stuff when it comes to something like that. I'm very focused on what I'm doing. And the build-up was insane because it's life or death. Like, yo, either I'm going to go back and I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to make this money and be able to pay these people back, or I'm going to win $20,000 and, you know, set my family up, get my mom a house, pay everybody back, and continue to reinvest, you know? So, man, long story short, days just kept counting down. We finally get to the day where, you know, it's going to go down. We're going to battle. And, you know, everybody's like, Zeku's not going to win this. You know, and he doesn't go international. He's probably going to get nervous or whatever the case may be. But people don't understand, like, this is what I do. Like, I live and breathe battling, not just breaking, just battling on its own. Like, that's where I breathe. That's where I'm most comfortable.
I've known you for a long time, and I think you do better under pressure.
Yeah.
You're like a, you know, like a stone. Like you get, like, put gold, you get refined by fire. Like, you're someone that if you put yourself in the fire, like you come out, like, shining more.
Yeah, diamond. It's like a diamond. No pressure, no diamond. So, yeah, man, the day finally came, and, you know, we're getting ready. You know, you're with all the competitors. This is another thing that I'm not cool with. Promoters need to understand that, at least from me, I don't know everybody else, but, like, dude, I'm about to battle y'all. Like, I don't like y'all right now. Like, at this moment, y'all not my friends. I don't like y'all. I don't want to be in the same bus as you. Like, I don't want to do that. So, war. You know, you're there with everybody, and you're all in the same bus, and you go to the venue, and sometimes you're even sitting down with the judges. And we get there, we test out the floor, everything's going good. And, man, from the moment I stood on that stage, I just kept thinking, man, I'm going to buy my mama a house. Like, nice. For sure. Like, this is nobody's going to take this away from me unless they're willing to dig real, real deep. you know. And like months prior, my mom, you know, this is more personal, but man, my mom was like crying to me, you know. Things at home got really, really tough. My brother, you know, we didn't know what to do. You know, we don't live in the best situation. You know, everything's picture perfect on Instagram, but nobody really knows what happens behind closed doors. So,
Yep.
you know, seeing your mom cry isn't the best thing for motivation when you're trying to be happy. You know, you're
Yeah.
trying to find that happy place. You know, and you, at least for my mom is my stone. Like, that's my backbone. You know, without her, I wouldn't be nobody. You know, she would cry to me and she didn't know what to do. My mom struggled all her life to be able to provide for us. So it's hard, man. It hit me, and God put me in a position to be able to change that, you know? And yeah, man.
And you did win.
Long story short, we ended up winning, man, and we
Yeah.
took the $20,000
Congrats.
cash home, man.
Congrats.
So my mom is definitely getting a house. We're already looking into it.
Oof.
And yeah, man, she's
Talk
gonna
about
get
it.
She got blessed. We got blessed. I got blessed, you know.
Nice.
So
Now,
thanks for tuning into Breaking Business once again, where we sit down with athletes, artists, and just various entrepreneurs, talks about success stories. Some things go good, some things go bad, and we're here to talk about all that stuff. So make sure you do yourself a favor and hit that bell notification, that like, that comment, and that subscribe button. Stay tuned.
That's too much. Just press all of it. That's it. Peace.
We out.